Off Jonathan Teao, and the man who scored their goal, I think, has scored an own goal here as well to get his name on the score sheet again, but in an unwanted fashion for the Tahitians. And the ball through now has got Idea in again here. Idea across goal, hat-trick surely, and taken. Oduamadi. The first, Echiegile. Ogu big and strong there, shrugs off the challenge. Ogu's cross towards Idea, goalkeeper can't get there, Musa can, and the chance, another goal. Ahmed Musa on the score sheet now for Nigeria. It's 6. Echiegile is in the mix. Another goal here for the Nigerians. Who gets the finish on this? Was it Musa or Echiegile? Both went for it. Who scores it? At his feet.
Okay, thank you for joining us. Well, you may not agree with me that this was our best game. Some people feel that our game against Uruguay was a lot better than this against Tahiti, and that even maybe the game against Spain was also of a better quality than the game against Tahiti. So it's really something, an issue that can be argued about whether that was our best game at the Confederations Cup or not. But one thing we can't argue about is that we have Stephen Keshi in the house. And as I said earlier on, you are free to throw your questions. Already plenty of questions are beginning to come in, but I'm not going to start by throwing those questions at him. I want him to say a few things to us before we begin to take a look at some of the questions. Stephen Keshi, good to have you on the sports tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for honoring us at very short notice.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Where do we even start? Talk about the football house. You were at the Football House commissioning today.
I was.
What do you feel about the NFF having a permanent abode?
I think it's a great legacy. It's a great thing that our football office should have, because looking at the size of Nigerian league and the players and whatever goes around football in this country, we should have our own structure, our own office, and I'm glad that the PTF they took the initiative of this, or my office did. Well, whoever took it, the bottom line is that we have an office that we can call ours, and we'll take it from there. So I was excited.
Did you walk into the building?
I did on Tuesday with the minister, and with also my president, Nagari. When we went there to just look at what was around there. So
did you see the Stephen Keshi Hall?
I did not.
There's a Stephen Keshi Hall in that building.
Oh really? I didn't see that. Wow.
There's a Yekini.
Oh, really?
There's a Yekini Hall. There's Mudalawal. There's Danayam. There's Noah Rigogo. There's Stephen Keshi.
Wow.
There's Topecho Ankocha. There's Kanu so you guys Keshi lives forever.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe someday your name will be there too.
All right, but let's talk about the next assignment for you. July 27th. That's a week plus from now.
About 10 days from now.
About 10 days. How are you getting ready for Abidjan?
We're working towards it. It's been great working with these kids. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion that they bring in every morning in training section. I just love it, They just show you that we want to learn. We want to do something for this country. We want to do something for ourselves, and it's been good. It's been very encouraging, and I just hope we'll continue that way until we get our qualification next week.
A lot of people have different stories coming out of Cote d'Ivoire. The game will be played on grass. The game will be played on artificial turf. Are you reading any hanky-panky into all of that? Or maybe there could be some surprise at the last minute, they change of venue or anything as you get ready for that game?
No, I think if Felix Ifeanyi Stadium pitch is bad, and that's why they're taking us to the artificial turf field. But it doesn't matter. Whatever they put us, as long as they're going to play there too, it's 11v11. So we just have to be ready for anything. It's a away game. Anything is going to happen. So mentally, we're going to prepare ourselves that this is what we might encounter and take it from there.
4-1 advantage from the first leg looks very comfortable, but in African football, we've seen 4-1 advantage disappear.
Not only in African football, in football all over the world, 4-1, anything can happen. So you just have to have in the back of your mind that it's 0-0, and the players have to play and fight for every inch of that field and know that, hey, I have this 90 minutes to qualify, and forget about what happened 2 weeks ago and just focus, be committed, dedication, a lot of whatever it takes, we have to do it to get ourselves to South Africa.
So you're approaching the second leg as if the first leg ended 0-0.
Yeah, as no, we're not even as 0-0 that we never played them before. We don't know them. We don't know them. We're coming as underdog, and we're just going to approach it that way.
Okay, let's talk about the other one, because after the game against the Elephants, the home-based Ivorians will be playing as well against the South Africans in a friendly on the 14th of August. It's Mandela Challenge. South Africa is a good hunting ground for us. That was where early this year we became African champions. How are you approaching that game? That's going to be our last friendly before the World Cup qualifier in September.
That game is still like what?
A long time away.
2 weeks, six weeks away from now. I don't want to talk about that game.
Okay, let's
I want to talk about
the home base.
10 days from now, home base. That is very crucial for me, for the players, and I think for Nigerians, because we never qualified before.
Yeah.
So we need to put everything into this game to make sure we qualify. 6 weeks from now, if you ask me about
after the Ivorian game is over,
exactly, you
then
can ask
you talk about it. Okay, but we'll talk about the list. The list is out for the Mandela Challenge.
Yeah, we can.
Let me still ask you a few questions around the home base. Then later on, I'll come to the team list for Mandela.
All right.
The home base Eagles have never been to the Chan before. We are on the verge of going there for the first time. What's your target at the Chan? You went there early this year with the main team, won the main Nations Cup. What's your plan for the home base, particularly next year, which is a World Cup year?
My
my target that you love home based.
No, I love. Not that I love home based. I love Super Eagles.
Okay.
It's in my blood. It's a team I captained for 14 years. Playing, I was one of the pioneers at Junior Eagles, and I've coached, been assistant coach. So it's in me. So I want the best for Super Eagles, not whether if I like home base or no. It doesn't. No, that's not true. The thing, my target is to qualify first 10 days from now.
Okay.
Then if you want to ask me that question again, my target in South Africa next year, I will be very glad to answer you that. But now, the main target, that everything I have in me is on the 27th. I don't want to talk about target in South Africa. Let me qualify
step by
first.
step.
Yes.
Step by step. Okay, let's talk about your team list, because you released the team list yesterday of 20 players and 4 players on standby. The first question, obvious from the list, is that there's no Vincent Enyama.
Correct.
What is happening with Stephen Keshi and his captains?
He's my #1 goalkeeper.
Just like Jobo is your captain.
Yes, exactly. Vincent has been playing most of the games, and I just thought that I need to let him just rest for this game. We have a very important game coming up on the 17th of September. And I want to see Ejide, I want to see Agbim, of course, I know, and there's Daniel also that is there. God forbid bad thing. Should anything happen to Vince, I need to have confidence in, although I have confidence in these 3 goalkeepers, but let Vince rest a little bit so that Ejide can come in and perform a little bit.
Well, Fidel Essien says, Big Boss, how do you handle pressure coming from different forces, people that want you to invite their own candidates to the Super Eagles? And he also says, Nosai Gebo, why is Nosai Gebo not getting a look in with the national team?
Nosai Gebo, I did call him for the Confederation Cup. Also, he was injured last minute, you know. Nosai is one of our our good player.